Hey my friends, welcome back. This is an evening time for me and I have a message about seasons of life. To talk about seasons of life a little bit because, constantly we're moving on this cycle of life and many times we may find ourselves maybe in a time or in a phase where we don't fully understand what's happening. Sometimes we try to force ourselves to experience outcomes that are not really meant for this season. And sometimes things are happening completely differently than we would want because we are in that particular season. And more we are able to notice in what kind of season we are, more we'll feel like kind of in tune with this cycle we are on. And some time ago, I've created this painting. Many of you know I'm an artist, so all these paintings you see behind me, they were created by me. And usually I just see a picture in my mind's eye. It appears to me and then I paint it. Like this one here, it's called Transcendence. And one day I was out on a walk and this picture appeared to me. I painted it, and that's how I create all my paintings. Sometimes I have an intention for it, but usually it just comes to me. So one day I made this painting. I can't show it to you in real time because it was sold, but here is me with this painting. It's called The Journey. And this painting represents this, what we're talking today about. As we're moving in life forward, sometimes it feels like there are big changes that are happening in our lives. Like I know for myself, we have I have these times where for more years things are working out in a certain momentum, and then suddenly I start to feel like I need to change something big. And usually I experience it the way that I don't have as much drive as I had for certain things I've been doing for these years, and I start to feel more motivation for something new, like something maybe bigger, or just something different. And this painting kind of represents this phase that we are sometimes somewhere in between. There are books in the air, like the knowledge that we've read. There's, some parts of nature. This path looks like a galaxy that's surrounded with a certain type of defense that may symbolize like a type of protection that we all have. Like we're all guided in a certain symbolic way, maybe abstract way. And it shouldn't be just a belief. Like, when I say to you, you're guided, you're supported, it shouldn't become a belief system for you. It should be something to question and to really challenge. And that's what I've noticed in my life, when I'm moving through different seasons. There are times in my life when I'm completely, scared, like I'm not sure if things will work out. And I don't really know what to do. And I call that season as what on Northern Hemisphere we are experiencing right now. It's the season of shedding the old skin, letting go of the old leaves, and kind of surrendering to the unknown, to maybe the higher knowing that is for us unknown, but there's maybe a part of us that knows what's best for us, right? What's coming. It's usually a season where you can't truly make a plan for you because you don't even know where the path is taking you. And then it leads you into a season where certain things unfold, so you notice that, it actually did work out. And then you have more time to rest and rejuvenate, and it's like a winter season. And then you move on and new people come and new opportunities come, and it's again a new season where so many doors start opening up and so many exciting opportunities start coming in. And then there's a new season of incredible joy and rewards and celebration of all these incredible manifestations. And then there will be another season when these things will start maybe leaving you, and you will start letting go of them and letting go of attachments and all of that. And that's how we are constantly moving in cycles. And these seasons, maybe sometimes few months, sometimes a year, sometimes 2-3 years. We just need to understand that we're moving through them. And you see, when you recognize that you can't compare yourself with no one, because your path is unique, you start to appreciate the season you're in. And I know this is quite a big deal many times, because we can't really understand, is this really happening or am I just making it up, right? Am I really, in a season of letting go, or am I just making stuff up? Am I really in a season where I need to make big changes, or am I just making it up? So you need to have tools that will support you. You need to have at least one person in your life that will support you, that will maybe help you to see the right way. And if you don't have a person in your life that can help you to maybe to see, to understand it, find someone. Like yesterday I said, find a mentor, look up for someone, or talk with someone, talk with a friend, talk with someone who can give you another perspective. It's very, very powerful, because every time I am going through something that I can't fully understand, I will always talk. I have one friend that's very grounded person. He's more analytical and very grounded, and he always gives me such an incredible perspective on what I'm going through, and it helps me a lot. And when he's going through something, I can help him by more intuitive insight. That's how important it is to have this kind of support, right? My partner, Maya, she's an incredible support for me. And I don't think any of what I'm doing today would be possible without this kind of support. So, especially when we're going through certain challenging seasons, I call these seasons as times of leveling up. You can't level yourself up. You can't raise yourself up if you don't remove the weight that's pulling you down. And weight sometimes is an old, stuck, limiting belief. It's maybe an emotional attachment to something. It may be a certain painful memory from the past you're still holding on to, that is causing you to blame and judge and all of this. And you haven't been back in these memories to notice what to forgive, or what to just, let go of, or what to do about it, right? So usually this kind of seasons where we're leveling up, we're also diving deeper and reflecting a lot and questioning a lot, like what is still maybe holding me back right now? What do I need to heal? What do I need to forgive? To whom I need to forgive? And what my fears right now are really reminding me of, like, what am I the most afraid of? And how would I respond if it would actually happen? Like, how would I navigate my life if these deepest fears of mine would actually manifest? And when we reflect on these things, rather than avoiding them, we put them onto the surface. Now we can kind of put a light onto them and notice that maybe they're not so scary. Maybe that situation or that idea you have about the worst case scenario is not so scary. Because if you think about your past, how many times the worst case scenario happened, and even if it did, you're still alive, right? Maybe you have some traumas around this, but you're still alive. So your life was not over. Now when let's say you're in this season where you're maybe feeling like a big change is happening in your life, or you're moving through, a period where so many things are unclear for you. Investigate your fears. Investigate what you're the most scared of, and how would you respond if it would actually happen. Because if you would have another perspective, like this one right here with this guy, maybe you would notice that, these books here may be like a symbol. You have the knowledge. You have what it takes. The universe put you into this place, into this season right now for a reason. Because you're ready. Because you've learned enough. Because you became too comfortable. Maybe life pushed you. Maybe you've been too long in a comfort zone and life pushed you, and maybe things started falling apart, or you've started losing things, or you just felt like a deep need that you want to move on, that you want to create new experiences for yourself, or something new started calling you, like new dream or some old dream, like you want to start painting, you want to give more playfulness to that inner child of yours, like you want to bring, something fresh into your life. It started calling you, and you're now in this season where you need to let go of something from the past so you can feel lighter to move towards this new future. Even if it's unclear for you, it doesn't matter. Let the life teaches you what you need to know. And sometimes when you truly don't know what to do or how to treat these moments, do what's familiar to you, but also give yourself an opportunity to do something new, to do something fresh. Like, I will be completely honest with you right now. For many, many months, I've been feeling like having more drive for painting than making YouTube videos. Like, I've been feeling that there's already so much of information out that maybe it's not so needed anymore to make daily messages. But I feel so driven to make paintings, to make art, because right now I feel I'm evolving a lot as an artist. Like, my styles are evolving, techniques I'm using, I'm constantly experimenting, and I love playing with that. So this is something I've been feeling. And the last time I've been feeling that was 7 years ago. It's something I've been talking to about the 7-year cycle. So I'm very curious where this feeling is taking me. But you see, I'm still making videos. I'm still doing it because currently I'm not quite sure where it is taking me. So I'm still doing what's familiar to me, but I'm paying more attention to art. And I'm making more art. I'm painting so much more. And I'm just open for what is coming. This is a season for me where I am working on some changes. Those are very invisible changes for most of you and for most people in my life, but within me, I feel a big change is happening for me. So notice in what season you are right now. Maybe you're in a blooming season and everything is working out. And when we're in a blooming season, we also need to understand that, yes, celebrate, be grateful, but also make sure that you use resources that you've gained and invest them for a greater stability in the future. If you're in a season of rest, give yourself an opportunity to rest. Don't burn out yourself. Give yourself an opportunity to rest. And when you will rest, your body will tell you what you need. You will notice maybe at some point resting will become boring. It's a sign that your body has enough of rest and it desires movement. Listen to your body and notice where it is taking you as the next thing on this journey, right? I think one thing that's important is to stay true to certain principles that we have. Like maybe, making sure that we keep ourselves healthy, we keep ourselves on coherent path. We don't become too impulsive around something, too extreme. Like my personality was often quite impulsive. So a big challenge that I needed to kind of overcome, and I'm still learning to do it, is to not be so extreme about things sometimes. Like usually it worked for me the way that when I felt like it's time to make a change, I went all in. I've changed everything. And then I've lost so much because of that. You just don't build a new life overnight, right? So I always lost so much when I did that. And because so many times I've burned myself, I've learned that when I feel it's time to change something, I will make these small changes little by little. So I will start building things in quietness and I will let them grow quietly in the background while I'm still doing what I've been doing. And then once it grows into something, it will show me what it needs to show me. And that's where a new life gets born. The point is you don't need to make extreme changes. You can do it if you need this kind of lessons. That's what I did in the past. And yeah, eventually it worked, but it was so much more painful. You can do small changes, like you don't need to change your job immediately, but start working on your own business in the background and keep feeding it every single day. Keep finding time every single day, or start working on art in the background. But as soon as you will start to feel that this side project can't succeed if you don't put more time into it, that's usually a time where season changes and you need to make this shift to go on to go all in. That's why you need to be very perceptive, very aware to understand in what season you are, when you're in this changing season, when you're moving from one to another, and noticing that you can't compare yourself with anyone else, especially not with, if you're in a season of planting and you're comparing yourself with someone who's in a season of blooming. You just can't do that because it will always just put you into a lower state of separation and competition. Sometimes it may help you to motivate yourself, but usually it's not healthy. So, my friends, I will leave you here. I hope you found something valuable today. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Thanks to everyone for choosing to support my art on our store, AttractPassion.com, where you can find all of my paintings, prints of my paintings in different sizes, some of the original paintings. And also thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community for more exclusive content. You're all truly appreciated. And till next time, one love.